Yo, my friend, welcome to Coach Paul's Life Tip Podcast. This is a place where you are going to be set free through every single day, challenges, struggles, possibilities, all of those things in your life. These life tips are going to help you navigate to your process. Hit that subscribe button here on iTunes and drop me a review down below if you like my content. You could also follow me on Spotify, iHeart, and YouTube. Now, here's the kicker. If you want to watch me live, you can pick me up live every single day on Facebook at facebook.com/Coach Paul Ibarra. I come on 7:30 a.m. every single morning, Central Standard Time, to bring you these tips. So once again, that's facebook.com/Coach Paul Ibarra. So if you are all about community and helping build a community, then that's the place to be. With that being said, sit back and enjoy the ride. Hey, my friend. Welcome back to another life tip here with Coach Paul Ibarra. I am the founder of Identity of One Coaching, and I specialize in helping men and women like yourself break free from their past, uncover all of their gifts and talents, and get you to a life of freedom. And so with that being said, you can find me at setfreelife.net, and you can find all my resources, my email list, my blog, and my podcast on there as well. And so we're diving right into tip number 44. Meet a person where they are with love. Have you ever been in a place of life where you're in a crowd, you're at a new interview, you're meeting your in-laws, you're at a party that you have not really met any of your in-laws, or you're walking into a new career, a new job, a new office, and you felt like the most alone person in that moment? I think everyone across the board, including yourself, can agree that you have been in this place before. No matter if it's elementary school, junior high, high school, no matter what that may look like, and no matter how much you want to say that that has never happened and you've never felt that way, everyone in life has had that moment where they just did not feel welcome. People were talking down to them. People were passing them by, no good customer service. The list goes on and on and on. And unfortunately, a lot of that happens in a church setting. How do I know this? Because I have been on staff at a church. I have created a church. The church didn't go where I wanted it to go or thought it would go. So I am online ministry. I love to meet people where they're at. I love to build community. Now, this isn't about me. So back to the topic at hand. How do I know these things? Because being a part of a retail business, because of being part of a church ministry, I've seen it. And I have also been the person on the back end that wasn't so comforting to another individual. And so as I was being checked in my life, like, man, I was in the situation of not feeling welcome, not feeling comfortable, not feeling accepted, right? That's when the Lord really started to deal with me and started showing me to meet people where they're at with love. You see, everyone is at different levels. You are at a different level than I am. You may be at a higher level. You may be at the same level. You may be at a lower level. We don't know. And it's not about who's higher and who's lower. It's about meeting everyone where they are. Because even if you are a janitor and you work in a building that has nothing but CEOs, vice presidents, at some point, you just may be in a situation where you might be able to pour some water into someone's empty glass. And what do I mean by that? You may be able to give advice to a CEO and a president of a company, a vice president, or one of the higher ups that you never thought you'd be able to pour into their life. But you see, it took you getting to the place of meeting that person where they were, and vice versa. Not every upper level management individual, employer, whatever that may look like, is always looking down at people, because half of them have learned and know what it takes to move up the ladder. So it's all about meeting someone where they're at, but it's also the perception of the other person. Really, truly diving into issues of another person's life. So what do I mean by that? If somebody comes at you sideways, they're really not coming at you sideways. They've already been sideways before they even came to you. That means there's an issue in their life. There's something that happened throughout that day. Maybe they got some bad news of a loved one passing away. Maybe they got some bad news of them losing their job due to COVID. They're about to be laid off. Their child had COVID. They're quarantined. We don't know what is going on in someone's mind, right? And so when we are able to put ourselves in a place where we are able to meet someone where they're at with love, that's the game changer in our communication. That's the game changer in our community. That's the game changer in our ministry. That's the game changer in our homes. That is the game changer that will help others walk out their freedom, knowing that they can turn to you in their moments of crisis. True story. When I got engaged to my wife, Holly, this is going on 10 years. Our son, which is my stepson, but I will never refer to him as my stepson. He is my son. Even though he's not blood, he is my son. And it's the running joke of, if you put me through the hell that you did in high school and you talk back the way that you did and I received it, then you, my friend, are my son. But prior to that, he was 12 years old when I came into his life. And so in that instance, he was acting out because I believe he really wasn't comfortable with me and his mom about to get married. And so he was acting out. He did some stuff at school. And I was in a place where I'm like, how do I address this problem as a stepfather about to take this role of stepfather? Because I was in this place of, okay, do I say too much? Am I doing too much? And how long do I ease my way into this relationship? So I jumped in with kid gloves on and I said, how would I want someone of 38 years old coming to me at 12 years of age? And so I humbly asked him a question. I said, hey, man, can we sit down? He said, yeah. And so we sat on the couch and we were always kind of cool. You know, I'd known him for a couple months. And I asked him this one question. In love, are you scared? And right away, 12-year-old kid, no, I'm not scared. I said, okay. I said, I'm scared. He said, you are? I said, yeah. He said, why? I said, because I'm about to marry your mom and I'm about to be your stepdad. I said, and I don't want to fail you, your mom, myself, or God. I said, this is a scary moment for me. So if you are scared, it's okay. And I tell you what, the waterworks broke and he began to cry. My wife saw the interaction. She came and sat down and she began to cry. And we as a family came together in that moment. Why? Because I looked into his eyes and I met him exactly where he was. I didn't even address the issue that happened in school until that moment was over. And I believe that the issue that happened in school, we all laughed about it because it was funny. But at the same time, I just gave him sound instruction on how his fingerprint is left in people's lives, the way that he acts, and it all comes down to character. So my question for you today is this. Can you think of a situation in your life, in your career, that somebody talked down to you? And if you have been elevated in levels, let's say you're in management now, or let's say you're a pastor now, will you continue to speak down to people and talk down to people? Or will you really truly meet them where they're at? So that was tip number 44. Meet people where they are in love. I'll catch you on the next one. God bless. I want to thank you once again for tuning in to Your Life Tips with Coach Paul. If this podcast has brought value to your life, hit that subscribe button, my friend, and drop me a review if you haven't already. And just a reminder, you can catch my latest live tips on facebook.com/Coach Paulie Barra, 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time every weekday morning. And if you or anyone needs help in any area that you have heard me touch on, I am here to serve you, my friend. Visit my website, setfreelife.net, to schedule a free call with me, Coach Paul. So, until we meet again, keep it moving and share some kindness with someone today. God bless.